Can you hear and see me?
Yes, I can.
Mr. Bond, are you worried about Miss Hilliard's current circumstances and well-being?
I am worried about my son. He's my priority. I'm not too concerned about the woman that abused him, neglected him, and tried to abduct him.
Let's take a moment. She's Christian's mother. She is in jail. She has had very significant mental health difficulties recently.
Allegedly.
Her own mother has been very ill. She loves Christian very much, has no contact with him at the moment, and has not done so for some time. So I ask you again, are you at all worried about her current circumstances and her current well-being?
And I will tell you again, no, I am not. And the reasons for that is because she tried to kill my son. He is better off with her not there. If she ever becomes healthy, which I don't ever see happening, but maybe, then she could have a role in his life. But as it stands, based on all the evidence that you decide apparently don't care about, she is a threat to him. A threat to him. My priority is making sure that he is safe at all costs. She has committed crimes. She is facing consequences for those crimes. I know you'd rather she not face any consequences. But in this country, people do face consequences for their actions regardless of their gender. And that's what's happening right now.
There is, it seems, Mr. Bond, a possibility that Christian's mother might be incarcerated for a good number of years. A good number of years of Christian's minority. What do you think about that possibility?
One, it will be a relief because he won't be in danger from her. We have video footage of her trying to abduct him and violently assaulting 2 people, and reports of her assaulting an additional at least 3 other people at a hospital. We all know this. Let's not pretend she isn't a threat. She's not a victim. So it's a relief to know that she's in a place where she can't hurt me and she can't hurt my son. For now. That's a relief, as it should be. I don't know why that isn't reflected in your mind.
Moving on, if I may, Mr. Bond, to the Criminal Protective Order dated the 3rd of May, the CPO. We have received this morning an email from DDA Tal Kahana. That email says this, and I quote, Mr. Bond implored me to add several members of Miss Hilliard's family to the CPO. Is that true? Did you implore him to do that?
Yes, that is correct, and it's a she.
Forgive me.
Yes, I did. Because Nancy McAnooey has clearly posed herself to be a threat, as the local authority themselves have assessed her to be. So I want her added to the protective order. And Deborah has been conspiring with Christine the entire time as well.
Did you implore that Aunt be added to it too?
Yes, I just said.
Yes.
I just said that Deborah has been working with Christine since the start. So yes, I asked if they could be added potentially to it. That is the only thing that I have added to this situation.
Deborah Dupre, did you ask that he was joined to it? Added to it?
Just Deborah.
And grandmother?
Yes. Christine's co-conspirators? Yes.
I know that you say that there's an automatic process, that Christian was automatically added to the CPO. But plainly, you are in a position to have conversations with the authorities and make representations about who is added to it. That's plain, isn't it?
It's plain that I can communicate with them. Of course I can communicate with them.
Did you ask or implore that Christian was added to that CPO?
No, I didn't. I was issued that as it was, and the reason he's on there is because he's a victim of the crime. It's child concealment and kidnapping. Why wouldn't his name be on it when he was the one kidnapped and concealed?
As this process was starting, Mr. Bond, did you explain that Christian is not in your care?
Yes, for the millionth time. Because quite frankly, I am fed up with that question because it has been insinuated that I have misled authorities. I have not. They have consistently been told that that he is in the UK. They have known this from the beginning.
I asked this the other day, but I've forgotten again. What page is Commissioner Aharanov's judgment? His mayor can check. You keep going to explain. His mayor will shout out. It's at page 473. That one you go to.
At the start of this process, which has resulted in the CPO, did you explain to anybody in the US authorities that the local authority here, Coventry, does not propose that Christian is placed in your care? Did you tell them that?
Yes, I did. Why would I not tell them that? Because all they do is look at the evidence and go, well, that's some nonsense. That's ridiculous. What the hell is going on in that country? That's their response every time. Of course I'd tell them. I'm outraged by this and seeking assistance from my government.
It's right, isn't it, that the CPO prevents any kind of contact between Miss Hillier and Christine for 10 years?
I don't know if the number of years is on there. If it does say 10 years, then it's 10 years. Whatever it says, that's correct.
The CPO is to run for 10 years, and box 12 is ticked, preventing any contact, any form, between mother and Christian.
Good. What's the question?
Did you, during this process, explain to any of the law enforcement professionals in the US that this local authority is very much open to the possibility of contact happening between Christian and his mother? Did you explain that to anybody?
Yes. It's been one of my key areas of concern is the fact that your country has been bizarrely obsessed with reuniting my abused son with his abusive mother. Homicidal mother hired someone to kill his father, and you want to reunite them. You think that's a good idea. Brilliant.
Mr. Bond, can I take you, please, to PDF 1016?
Can you repeat the page number?
1016, please.
1016, and that's in bundle 3?
Correct.
Okay. Yep, I see that is an email to Blessed Whore. Assessment update, correct?
Yes.
Sure.
You are responding to queries raised by him, and you say, top of the page, Christine won't be part of my life or Kiana's. So that's where you were at in October of last year.
Yes, which was less than a month after, which was about a month after her trying to abduct him and violently assaulting 2 people, leaving him with long-term trauma. Correct.
You are content that an order has been made in the US under which there would be no contact of any form for 10 years. So plainly, you meant what you said in that email in October last year, didn't you?
It was a statement of fact.
Won't be a part of my life.
Yes, it wasn't so much even a wish as...
that, didn't you?
Yes, not so much as it was a wish as a statement of fact. Because I was aware of the investigation that was actually done in my country. Yours didn't do an investigation. Mine did. And they found that she was a severe threat to him. So I knew that whenever he was returned to America, the authorities here would make sure that she would not be in his life, at least for a period of time. That's usually what happens when you kidnap a child, when you conceal a child, when you defy orders and flee a country with a kid. You're probably not going to see that kid. It's called consequences. It's the law. we enforce it here.